climate change is getting climate change. The facts are crystal clear.
It may be a miracle we're all still here. Why? A new scientific report says the Earth's sixth mass extinction event is already well underway.
Species are vanishing at roughly 100 times the normal rate.
Climate change is
Dire warning about climate change.
climate change. The facts are crystal clear. Climate change is real.
With all the news coverage on ecological threats to our planet and its species, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and not know how to help. What can I do in my local community? How can I help? Are there any specific threats here in my own neighborhood that I should be aware of? Hi, my name is Renee. I'm here at the Santa Rosa Plateau, where I would like to introduce to you some of the most vulnerable members of our community. Did you know that there are 27 species in our area that are considered rare, threatened, or endangered? These are considered special status species on the city's biological resource report, and I wonder how many people even know about them. Oftentimes we think of endangered or threatened species being far away from home, like the polar bear or sea turtle. It's difficult for the average person like you or me to think about how our choices impact these species. Many times we don't realize that there are endangered species all around us. In this video, I want to highlight some of the endangered or threatened species in our own valley. Here are the vernal pools at the Santa Rosa Ecological Reserve. In a few weeks, these pools will be dried up and they won't be here again until rain gathers. Fairy shrimp have been on the federally endangered list since 1994. Let's take a look and see if we can see some. There are 3 different kinds of fairy shrimp that live in these vernal pools. The females will lay eggs, and the eggs will remain dormant until next time the rain gathers in these pools. Fairy shrimp are an important food source for birds and tadpoles that help the balance of the local ecosystems. Another threatened species up here at the Santa Rosa Plateau is the California gnatcatcher. This bird's diet consists of insects and spiders. They have a really unique bird call that some people think sounds like a little kitten. Listen to it here in this video. Another endangered plant species here at the Santa Rosa Plateau is the dwarf burr ambrosia. This plant is located only in Southern California, in Baja California. This plant is threatened by our expanding cities. One major concern for the life of this plant is how invasive weeds crowd the plant and restrict its sunlight so it cannot survive. We can also find the endangered California orcut grass. This rare grass is native to California and Baja California, and it grows around vernal pool habitats. It is endangered because it depends on the appearance of the vernal pools. Another endangered plant species is the San Diego button celery plant here at the Santa Rosa Ecological Reserve. Let's head down the hill and see what other endangered or threatened special status species we can find in more urban areas. In 2015, the county purchased this area, 188 acres, to be part of a wildlife corridor. In this area, there are 6 threatened and endangered species, one being the Kino checker spot butterfly. This butterfly has a habitat range from Southern California and Baja California, Mexico. Human developments are the main cause of habitat fragmentation. The city also created a corridor over a new 6-lane road to aid the survival of these butterflies. They lay eggs in the rolling clay hills of the area. The goal of this corridor over the road is to allow the low-flying butterflies access to vegetation and nectar source. Climate change has also caused warming and drying, which has made it difficult for the butterfly to survive. If you're out here hiking or mountain biking, be on the lookout for burrowing owls that could just be off trail. Here's a picture of a burrowing owl that I saw. The burrowing owl is another special status species. The greatest threat to these owls is habitat destruction caused by urbanization. Despite their protected status, burrowing owls are often displaced and their burrows destroyed by development process. There are 4 major ways that you can get involved to help protect these special status species. 1 is to educate you and your family. It is not always about the snow leopards or the polar bears, but about the plants and animals in our own community that are threatened and endangered. Teach each other about wildlife around here, and being more aware is the first critical step. Secondly, it's really important when you're out here hiking and mountain biking to stay on the trails. Oftentimes, animals are just off trail, and it's important to avoid these critical areas of the habitat for these species. For example, the Kino checker spot butterfly lays eggs on native plants, and walking off trail can smash these eggs, hindering their population. Third, it is important to grow native plants. Especially here in Southern California, we are often in the midst of a drought. You are providing food and shelter for native wildlife, and you can reduce your water usage at the same time. Attracting native insects like bees and butterflies can help pollinate your flowers. Other plants could be invasive species and compete for resources, habitat, and threatening biodiversity. For more information about native plants in your area, visit nwf.org. A 4th way is to volunteer in your community. The parks and land areas mentioned in this video are just a small sample of the land that is in need of protection in our community. Oftentimes, volunteering is a great avenue to help organizations, which are often underfunded, to educate visitors. Also, picking up litter to help ensure that these wildlife parks are here to stay. What are some other ideas that you have to protect these special status species? Are there any other areas that you know of that need protection? Please comment below.